Women's sport has seen a huge increase in the amount of its athletes. Rugby union is one of the sports that has witnessed this firsthand. After the success of the 2014 Women's Rugby World Cup, clubs at all age groups and levels have seen more female athletes taken to the sport. This new input of players is drastically improving the quality of the sport, but with a sport that is still continuing to grow, it is not uncommon for teams to struggle to feel aside. I went down to Halifax Ladies Rugby Union to see how much the World Cup has affected them.
I set up a ladies team here in 1996 and ran it for 4 years, but my observation is that it is a tender flower. It tends to take hold, it blossoms and blooms and successes, and then it tends to collapse, and then it dissipates. And we've set up about 3 ladies teams here. But looking at the game today, I think standards are improving. We've got 4 ladies now in the Yorkshire squad, and we've got 1 lady, Doris, who's in the Northern squad as well. So far as this club is concerned, the standard of provision here is improving.
With Halifax boasting this kind of talent in their ranks, it's surprising to know that they only re-entered a league team this year. The added interest in the sport due to the World Cup has certainly helped them to do this.
Yep, there's definitely been an increase in the number of ladies playing rugby. I think the Rugby Union World Cup has been a catalyst for that, and there's a lot more people involved in sport than there has been previously.
England are the world champions of 2014.
Not all women's teams have seen a constant increase in their numbers. Scunthorpe arrived at Halifax with just 11 players to field. For Halifax Ladies head coach Matt Bradley, the boost from the World Cup has certainly been noticeable at his club.
Before the World Cup we were taking probably about 10 to 12 training a week and just about making a matchday squad. Now we're getting sort of 19-20 training and nearly 25 for a squad, so numbers have nearly doubled since the World Cup.
With 4 players in the Yorkshire squad and 1 player in the North of England squad, Halifax have certainly got a bright future ahead of them. One of those Yorkshire players is Sophie Wiseman. Having only taken up the sport last year, she is now a regular first team player and has fallen in love with the game.
Loving it, absolutely loving it. Obviously we've had a really good season in Halifax. Basically Halifax re-entered a league after a couple of years this year, and it looks, hopefully, fingers crossed, like we're going to be finishing 3rd in that league, so we've done really well, and hopefully next year we'll gun for promotion. There is no doubt that women's rugby union is a sport that is continuing to grow. With more publicity and coverage, the sport looks certain to go on leaps and bounds.
The presence here of the Women's World Cup undoubtedly brought more people here. So I think it's attracting greater public interest, quite honestly.